I'll create a simple page on Lovable and then try to fix a bug or maybe make some changes in the properties of that single web page on Cursor, and then show you how to push it back to Lovable. All right. So let me just write a simple prompt here. All right. So I think this prompt should enable Lovable to create a simple web page for me. So let's just give it a shot. So Lovable started doing its thing, and let's just wait for it to finish. So Lovable did its thing, and it created a simple web page for me. Okay, it did all these things. It created hero section, projects, contact section. All right. It's asking me to connect to Superbase and do all these kind of things, but I'll do nothing for this project. I'll actually just test if everything's working. Okay, links seems to be working. Resume button doesn't work. View my work. Okay, it does work. Contact me, it does work. Great. Okay, a few things that are taking me outside the page. That's fine. So fortunately or unfortunately, there's no bug in the build. Um, if there was a bug, we could have figured out a way to, actually fix that through Cursor. But for now, I'll just publish it to GitHub. All right, I'll just publish it to GitHub, and it'll take a few minutes, and hopefully will push everything. Oh, sorry, not publish actually. I should be doing transfer the project to GitHub. I'll transfer the project to GitHub to my account. It'll create a new repo for me, repository. There you go. It did. And now what I'll do is I'll just copy this repository. All right. And I'm done here. I'm done with Lovable. I'll just actually go to Cursor. This is my cursor. What I'll do right now is I'll clone the repository that I've just created. Okay, there's the repository. I'll clone it. I'll save it to one of the folders on my PC. There you go. Cursor is has completed cloning the repository, and it is asking me to open the window, which I'll do. There you go. So it has opened all the files in my project within Cursor. All right. So now I'll go back to Lovable. I'll just show you what we can do. Let's say, for example, since there's no bug, I will want to change the color of the theme, basically the complete theme from purple to blue. All right. Let's ask Cursor to do that. All right. Change the theme color from purple to blue and update the website. Also, after, okay, yeah, let it do just that, and then we'll see, we'll take it from there. So Cursor is doing its thing, and while it's doing, it is also asking me to review the changes it is doing and accept the changes. I'll just accept it because I don't know what it is doing. I'm not a coder, I have no idea what it is doing. So I'll just accept it. There's not a production environment, I'm just testing this thing, so I have no idea. Actually, I don't mind even if it breaks something, So I'll just accept everything. So apparently it did what we're trying to do. So it has updated the color scheme from purple to blue by changing the primary colors, update the CSS variation. Good. Okay. Now all these files, config.ts, index.css, all these files have been altered. All right. So now if I actually go to a terminal, I'll open terminal within Cursor. Oh, sorry, not that. New terminal. Yeah, there you go. There's a terminal here. I'll just expand the window a bit to fit my frame. Yeah, there you go. So I've learned a few Git commands, right? These are always helpful. Try to learn a few simple Git commands, all right? Such as git status. So now if I run this git status command, it'll show that my branch is up to date with origin main, but there are two files that are modified. Now, either I can use some other Git commands to push these changes back to GitHub. Or if I'm not a developer, if I don't know how to, actually run correct Git commands, I would ask Cursor to do it for me. So I'll just go to the chat prompt again and I'll tell Cursor to, can you please sync the changes back to GitHub? Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see what let's see what Cursor is doing. First thing it does is run the command git status. It will identify there are two files that are not updated in GitHub. So it'll ask us to add these two files to Git, which is done correctly. And then it'll ask us to commit. I'll run this commit. And then after committing, it'll ask us to push these changes back to origin. I don't see, I'm not really technical, so I don't know what terminology, what basically happens behind this commands, but I know that my Git gets updated once I run this. So I'll just do that. Great, execute it correctly. So what it is saying is my Git is updated. Now I'll go back to Lovable to show you the changes. If I just wait for a few minutes or if I just refresh, oh, there you go. I don't even have to refresh. I do nothing. It changed from purple to blue. Yeah, that's it. Nothing I did from my end. Because it is currently syncing with GitHub, once GitHub is updated, Lovable automatically updates the code and updates the preview. I go to a preview page and it'll also show me the, the correct newer version of the code. Sorry about that. Yeah, there you go. Everything is in blue, not in purple, as expected. Yeah, so this is how you sync Lovable with GitHub and then with Cursor, and then establish a two-way sync. Right? Either use git commands to push the changes back to the repo or use Cursor. Hope this was helpful. Give me a vote if it was. Thank you. Bye.